Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Afini binti Marudi and my matric number is A22A0426. Today I would like to present about data description. Based on our group observation from the selected of data, our group has been given a data set of fish, price and count in the several places. From the data, we select two categories variable and three numerical variable as our variable of interest. First are categorical variables, which is species, type, and place. Second, our group choose three numerical variables, which is price, weight, and width.
My name is Durga Kumar and my matric card number is A22A1102. Today I am going to talk about 2.0 descriptive measurements. A descriptive measure is a measurement type that deals with quantitative data in the maze that is a set of common features. There are several varieties of the descriptive measure, each based on the unique qualities of the data. Data is condensed using a variety of numerical metrics. The most significant numerical indication for qualitative data is the proportion or percentage of each category's data values. Some of the most popular numerical metrics for quantitative data are mean, median, mode, percentiles, range, variance, and standard deviation. Next is the sales of price. In the measures of central tendency, we have got mean, that is 365.86. The next is median, 292.75. Mode is 29.15. Next is measure of position. First quartile Q1 is 39.75. Third quartile is 119.25. Last but not at least, of the sales price in the measures of variance is range 992.26, interquartile range is 3, variance 5572904.5, the standard deviation is 236.07. Second is weight. In the measures of central tendencies is mean 404.64, median is 33.04, mode is 98.64. Next is measures of position. First quartile Q1 is 39.75. Third quartile Q3 is 119.24. Last but not least, of the weight in the measures of variance is range 1650.0 and interquartile range is 3. Variance is 61667.8 and the standard deviation is 248.33. Is width. In the measures of central tendency is mean 4.46, median is 6.34, mode is 4.05. Next is measure of position. First quartile Q1 is 39.675. Third quartile Q3 is 119.25. Last but not least is measures of variance. Range 7.0944. Interquartile range is 3. Variance 61.9. Standard deviation 7.87.
My name is Virendra Vijay. My matric number is A22A0817. Today I would like to talk about the sale of price. From the graph, the x-axis represents midpoint of class weight, while the y-axis represents the cumulative frequency. The graph starts as -70, where the cumulative frequency is 0, and the graph ends at 1003, where the cumulative frequency is 159. The frequency polygon graph. The x-axis ranges from 1970 to 1038 indicates the frequencies observed in the data set. Each point of the graph represents a midpoint of class sales of the price. The y-axis ranges from 0 to 20. Next, the pie chart displays data of sales price. The data is quantitative, which is numerical data. The whole refers the total of 100% representation of the data being visualized. Data represent percentage for each class and sales of prices. The color are used as reference to each percentage from the pie chart. The value represented the pie chart are from relative frequency that has been converted to percentage. The Ogive graph display data of weight. On the x-axis show the range from -35 to 1666. Starting from the leftmost point of the graph, we can see the cumulative frequency increasing as we move towards to the right. The line connecting to the points from increasing curve, reassembling, and ogive. Next, the frequency polygon graph display of data weight. The x-axis ranges from -35 to 1747 indicates the frequencies observed in the dataset. Each point the graph represents a midpoint of class weight. The y-axis ranges from 0 to 35. The pie chart display data of weight. The data is quantitative, which is numerical data. The whole refers the total of 100% representation of the data being visualized. Data represent percentage of each of the weight. The following is used as references to each percentage from the pie chart. The value represented on the pie chart are from relative frequency that has been converted to percentage. The ogive graph display of weight. On the x-axis show the range from -0.5 to 7.5. Starting from the leftmost point of the graph, we can see the cumulative frequency increasing as we move towards the right. The line connecting the points from an increasing curve, resembling an ogive. The frequency polygon graph display data of weight. The x-axis ranges from 0.5% to 9.5 indicates the frequencies observed in the data set. Each point of the graph represents a midpoint of class width. The y-axis ranges from 0 to 70. The pie chart displays data of weight. The data of quantity, which is numerical data, the whole refers the total of 100% representation of the data being visualized. Data represent percentage for each class is width. The color is used as references to each percentage from the pie chart. The value represented on the pie are from relative frequency that has been converted to percentage. The pie chart displays data of species. The color is used as references to each percentage from the pie chart. The value represented on the pie chart are from relative frequency that has been converted to percentage. The pie chart displays data of place. The color is used as references to each percentage from the pie chart. The value presented on the pie chart are from relative frequency that has been converted to percentage.
Nabila Diana. My metric number is A22B0109. I would like to present my part, which is statistical analysis using software. There is numerical descriptors measure. For a multiply modes exists, the smallest value is shown based on the table. We have three statistics. The first is price, weight, and weight. The capital is valid for three statistics, which is 159. For mean, the statistic is increased. The median, the statistic is increased. The mode, the statistic is increased. The standard deviation, the statistic is increased. The variance, the statistic is decreased. The range, the statistic is decreased. The minimum is statistic is not balanced. The maximum, the statistic is increased. The presenters 25%. The statistic is decreased. For 50%, the statistic is increased. 75%, the statistic is decreased. To continue the presentation, I would like to talk about manually calculation. We have price, weight, and mean. For price of mean is 3,378.8. For weight is 416.76. The length is 18.43. For median, the price is 292.75. The weight is 33.04. The length is 17.86. For mode, the price is 29.15. The weight is 98.64. The length is 17.79. The standard deviation, the price is 266.07. The weight is 91.83. 897. For length is 7.13. For variance, the price is 557 to 904.5. For width is 6167.8. For length is 61.9. For range price is 992.26. For width is 1650, and for length is 32.5. The first quad line, the price is 39.75. The width is 39.75. The length is 13.16. The third quarter, the price is 119.25. The width is 119.25. The length is 147.61. The interquartile, the tree of price, width, and length is same, which is 3.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shafika binti Malaysia. My metric number is 8228058. I want to talk about histogram of the price. Create a histogram of the price based on the previous graph using the SPSS. The highest frequency is the SPSS grade. Histogram graph is greater than 30. While the second highest frequency is greater than 10, the smaller frequency is under 10. SPSS was used a construct histogram plot on both horizontal and vertical scale. The vertical scale of a histogram grades, which SPSS has a frequency of 0 until 30, where the horizontal scale has a 0 until 1000. Second is I want to talk about histogram of the weight. Histogram of the weight based on the previous graph using the SPSS. The highest frequency in the SPSS created histogram graph is greater than 30, while the second highest frequency is greater than 20, and the smallest frequency is under 10. SPSS was used to construct histogram plots on both horizontal and vertical scale. The vertical scale of a histogram grid, which SPSS has a frequency of 0 until 40, where the horizontal scale has a 0 until 2000. Thank you. Third is I want to talk about histogram of the width. Histogram of the width based on the previous graph using a SPSS. The highest frequency in the SPSS grid histogram graph is greater than 25, while the second highest frequency is greater than 20. The smallest frequency is under 5. SPSS was used to construct histogram plots on both horizontal and vertical scale. The vertical scale of a histogram grid, which SPSS has a frequency of 0 until 25, where the horizontal scale has a 0 until 10. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm Nur Fajar Ayani binti Syamsul Kamal and my metric number 822A0160. Now, let's me continue our part. 4.2 Hypothesis Testing. Step 1. HO equal M1 equal M2 equal M3. HA at treatment means are not the same. And the step 2 is A equal 0.05 and step 3 is about ANOVA. We can look at this is weight, sum of square, DF, mean square, F and segment. Between group, number 2 is between group and number 3 is total. We can look at the between groups is 20244363.482 and written groups is 3095.587 and then total other thing is 202479.069 and for DF is between group is 1 151 and within group is 7, which is of total is 158. And then when we look at the F, 303.167. That's all. Next, we will look at the step 4. Reject HO if F more than FE, V1 plus V2. Critical region is F more than F 0.051517 equal 14.031. And step 5 is decision or conclusion. Accepted HOs in F is not more than F 0.05 1.15117. We got 303.167 is equal, and then we got 14.031. Therefore, there are half significant among the treatments due to the value of the level which is we use is 0.05. Then HO can be accepted because the critical region is greater than the significant level. In conclusion, H0 can be also accepted because the F value is greater than the critical region. Next, we will look at the one sample test. Okay, step 1 is H0, and then we got equal 398.326. And then in the step 2, significant level, we also got the same, is like A equal 0.05. And then we can also look at the one sample test, which is we got price, weight, and also width. In the price, we got 15.333, and also weight, we got 14.031. In the last is the about width, we got 33.042. In the DF, we got 158. So, in the step 4, decision rule, reject H0 if T is not more than T 1A DF critical region T. So that means 0.05185 equal 14.031. In the step 5, which is decision or conclusion, so we can do it. Fail to reject H0 since T is not equal to T ADF 14.031. Conclude that the mean number of weights is less than 398.3264. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aishafika binti Noisha. My metric number is A22A052X. I want to talk about correlation analysis. To ascertain whether the sample data is drawn from a normal distribution, apply the normality test. IBM SPSS provide the Kolmogorov, Smirnov, and Shapiro-Wilk normality test. All of the studies variables are normal because they are less than 0.05 in accordance with the general rule. The Pearson correlation coefficient is used to represent this. Second, I want to talk about correlation analysis. Correlation analysis is a statistical method used to find out whether there is a relationship between two variables or set of data, and to what extent the relationship is possible. During this research, we found a positive relationship between price, weight, and width. The R value between weight and price form is 0.976. Weight and price is 0.926 because the value of R is close to 1. It means that these two variables, weight and width, and price representation are strongly positively correlated. Thank you.
Thank you, I'm Shafika. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amira Sofia binti Metrizal. My metric number is A22A0271. Okay, next, I will present my part is 4.4 confidence interval. In statistics, a confidence interval is the property that a population parameter fall between a set of value for a given portion of time. So, I doing research about case posing summary. The case processing summary show that 159 case of weight and no missing case. So this means case processing is good and no problem. Okay, next I go search about descriptive for week. So the 95% confidence interval can be related confidence level. So the standard error of the weight is 28.3895. We also can conclude that the population parameter between 342.254 and 454.398. So there is not fall between the interval. I will present about 4.5 prediction modeling. Okay, this is our diagram, model summary and coefficients. Based on our study of samples data set B, the dependent variable y is weak, and two independent variable we consider to price and weight. Based on the confidence table, the column under standardization B value will show that parameter of the multiplication model, that is y1, b1 and b2. The equation of multiplication regression model is y equal 41.027 plus 1.307 minus 26.919. From the multiplication equation, that show the B0 is 20.801. Therefore, wait for the every gram increase in the price of expected to increase by 1.307, provided the other variable weight remain unchanged. Similarly, with for every unit increase in weight, price will go up by 0.115, and provide weight of fish also will be increased. So that's all for me. Thank you.
In conclusion, we can complete all the statistical computation for this report using the knowledge we obtained from this season. There is a substantial difference between some of these numbers when calculated manually and when utilizing the SPSS system for deviation and variance. However, for some, the difference is barely noticeable. Additionally, we perform correlation analysis utilizing a scatter plot and correlation table. Regression analysis is also done between price, week, and league 1. There's three factors are related to one another. Last but not least, the result of the multiple regression equation indicates that it's 12.801. As a result, it is anticipated that weight will increase by 1.307 for every gram that price go up, assuming that weight doesn't vary and the other variables do. Similarly, cost will increase by 0.115 for every unit while the provider fish weight increase as well. Thank you.